My pregnant sister-in-law wouldn't stop asking why I hated my old name, so I gave her an answer she'll never forget. All right, buckle up, because this situation has been dragging on for months, and it finally exploded in a way nobody expected. My brother is married to his wife, Haley, and they're expecting their first baby together. Everyone's been really excited about it, or at least we should have been focused on that. But somehow, instead of celebrating, I, 17, became Haley's personal obsession. Here's the backstory. Last year, I made a huge life decision. I legally changed my first name. I was born Evelyn, but I never connected with it. It felt stiff, formal, way too old-fashioned for who I am. Instead, I loved Indy, a nickname inspired by my original middle name. After a lot of serious conversations, my parents finally realized I wasn't just being rebellious. They supported me, and I officially became Indy. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made. At least, it was. Until Haley made it her personal mission to pick it apart. 5 months ago, Haley asked me, really casually at first, why I hated the name Evelyn enough to change it. She mentioned that old, vintage names are becoming trendy again, and she thought Evelyn was beautiful and coming back in style. I didn't mind the first time she asked. I explained honestly, I just don't like vintage names. To me, they sound old-fashioned and outdated, and the name never felt like me. It wasn't about trends or popularity, it was about identity. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. The next week, Haley asked again. Same question, same fishing. Then again, and again. It became this weird pattern. Every conversation somehow circled back to, but why didn't you like Evelyn? Why not? Give it another chance. By the 7th time Haley brought it up, she finally admitted why she was so obsessed. She was terrified that her future baby would grow up to hate their name too, just like I did. She thought if she could just figure out my mindset, she could prevent it. At first, I tried to be patient. I told her that it wasn't about parenting mistakes or anything my parents did wrong. I just didn't like the name. Simple as that. But Haley didn't let it go. She even went as far as telling me she wished I would rethink my name choice. Because in her opinion, Evelyn was so elegant, and it made her sad that I had given it up for something like Indy. I had already asked her, politely but firmly, so many times to stop bringing it up. When that didn't work, I even went to my brother and begged him to step in. His response? Just be patient. It's the hormones talking. Like that somehow made months of interrogation okay. And let me be clear. When I say Haley brought it up more than 25 times, I'm not exaggerating. It's literally been over 25 separate conversations about the exact same thing. 2 weeks ago, things started getting even worse. Haley told me that 30-year-old me, the future version of myself, would regret changing my name to Indy. She said Evelyn would have aged better, sounded more professional, and fit me more once I was older. I told her, if 30-year-old me feels differently, then that's something for 30-year-old me to figure out. Right now, I love who I am. But of course, that still wasn't good enough. Haley started criticizing me, saying I didn't have a good enough reason for liking the name Indy, that Indy sounded like the kind of name a teenager picks, but an adult would regret. And then, yesterday happened. Haley, now very visibly pregnant and close to her due date, decided one more time to bring it up. Same questions, same doubts, same need for me to justify my name change all over again. But this time, she took it even further. She said that my parents never should have let me change my name so young, that I was too immature to know what I wanted. And honestly, that was the last straw. I completely lost it. I told her, straight up, that she needed to stop asking me the same question because my answer was never going to change. I told her that her comments weren't making me rethink my name. They were just exhausting and disrespectful. I said, you hate the name Indy? Well, guess what? I hate the name Evelyn. Let it go already. I'm sick and tired of you trying to shove your opinion down my throat. Haley immediately burst into tears. My brother got furious at me for upsetting his pregnant wife. And my parents pulled me aside, disappointed, asking why I had to speak to her so harshly. And now I'm sitting here wondering, after months of being badgered, after more than 25 conversations where I tried to stay polite, was I really wrong for finally snapping?